best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
I like simple pleasures like butter in my ass, lollipops in my mouth. That's just me. That's just something that I enjoy. Call me crazy, call me a pervert.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
That just happened.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
The Arnie State Show.
It's filthy as hell.
That is bona fide badass.
Hit it, Maestro.
Listen up, ass face.
You're getting some ass.
Yeah, baby.
Call 775-357-FANS or 775-376-EASY.
All right. Happy Taco Tuesday, ass family, and welcome to another fun-filled edition of the Arnie State Show. Just to let you know, I am in just a shit mood today. I'm just sick of everything. I mean, honestly. Let me start off the show with this.
It's t-shirt time?
Yeah.
12:10 is t-shirt time.
T-shirt time?
It is 12:10.
It's t-shirt time.
T-shirt time.
It's t-shirt time. Everybody knows it's t-shirt time.
So annoying.
T-shirt time.
It's t-shirt time.
Oh my God, shut up now.
I'm just trying to let everybody know so they put their t-shirts.
You shut up, you skanky fucking hoe. Jesus. Today's t-shirt got Bodie from Point Break, the original. My Viacone Dio shirt today. So we got that going. I don't know. If you guys watched the news yesterday or paid any attention to the world at large. And then I found something this morning that I had never seen before, and why is nobody ever talking about this? Oh, that's right, because media's in bed with the fucking big government. Oh, I mean, look, first of all, I'm ready to fucking move. I'm ready to leave America. I hate this country right now. You know why? Because we have no leadership here. Do you know who has leadership? I'll tell you who. I believe this is the prime minister or whatever the fuck it is of Belgium. Belgium's a shithole little country stuck between France and Germany. The Netherlands is above it. They're about the size of Maryland. And you know what? They have balls bigger than everybody in Washington, D.C. The mayor of a city in Belgium, this is who I want running my country. After Muslim parents demanded the withdrawal of pork from school in Belgium, this is what this guy said. Muslims must understand that they have to adapt to Belgium, their customs, their traditions, their way of living, because it was the country they chose to immigrate to. They need to understand that they are the ones who need to integrate and learn to live in Belgium. They need to understand that they must be the people who change their lifestyles, not Belgians. You must understand that Belgians are not racist or xenophobic. We accept many immigrants from many countries with different cultures and religions who contradict many Islamic countries that accept non-Islamic immigrants. This is why the Belgians are not prepared to give up their identity and their culture. Now, if I was in, I would put a comma there and go, like those pussy fucking Americans. Finally, they must understand that Belgium, with their Jewish Christian roots, Christmas trees, churches, and religious parties, religion must remain in Belgium. For Muslims who disagree with Belgian culture and religion and are not comfortable in Belgium, there are 57 beautiful Muslim countries around the world, most of them subpopulated and ready to welcome them with open arms, according to Sharia. If you left your country to come to Belgium, not a Muslim country, it's because you think you've seen life better in Belgium than anywhere else. Ask yourself, therefore, why is it better here in Belgium than where I come from? I mean, look. this isn't about Muslims. This was just said. This was taken. You can have this with anybody. Imagine I started with peanut allergy parents demanded the withdrawal of peanuts from school. We give in to everything. Thank God there's at least some leader out there who's willing to show that he's got a sack. He might only be a mayor, but at least he's got a fucking sack for a mayor. Who else does? Don't start naming any fucking mayors in this country. Mayor Gollum, she got a sack? No. Bill de Blasio, that's sackless. I don't even know who the mayor of Sacramento is or care. I have this rep for tolerance, but there are a lot of hardcore conservatives there. Look. This is not like, this is them saying this is our country you're coming to. You don't get to change it. If you don't like it, then get the fuck out. But this is our country. The war on Christmas that we have suffered in this country, you don't like it, don't celebrate it. Don't fuck it up for everybody. But see, that's what we do here. We fuck up things for everybody. Now, let's go to yesterday, because I'm sure let me just say
I guarantee.
everybody got to see this happen yesterday, or at least have seen the picture of it. Oh, and it's a fantastic picture. That the Taliban told you they weren't stupid. They figured it out. They figured out how to fly a Black Hawk helicopter. Now, if that's not worrisome enough, they decided to take it over Kabul for a little spin, and they had a passenger. Yes, the passenger was hung by his neck outside for the entire ride. I don't know if they haven't figured out the mechanics of the weapons on the ship, so they did it the old-fashioned way. They hung him. This is like the scene out of Scarface. And what did our quote-unquote leaders do? They just kept packing. And they left. Yesterday was the last day. Today was supposed to be the last day. They packed all their shit and gone. But there's a small problem. Just a little bitty problem. Just to let you know that there is a problem going on. There are house-to-house executions going on in Kabul, looking for Americans or people who helped America. Because, yes, if you're wondering, there are still Americans on the ground. There they are, going door to door. Those are guns. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun to hear? Maybe these are the people that we gave their addresses to and their green cards to when we handed that over. This is so disgusting, and the reason why I'm disgusted, it's not due to the fact it's loss of human life. This is the loss of America. If you were another country, would you? I mean, honestly, would you trust anything America told you? We left our own people behind. We left people that helped our soldiers stay alive behind. That's a weeknight in Chicago. I saw they had, 18 shootings on Friday night alone in Chicago. I don't know about you, but how is this current administration still in power? How come there aren't more talks of impeachment? We gave the Taliban You want to talk about how Joe Biden hates guns and he doesn't know anything about the Second Amendment? He wants to ban shit? Okay. Well, if you're so keen on banning shit, why are you giving the Taliban billions of dollars worth of our ammunition and guns? Are you opposed to selling it? You just want to give it away? Oh, is that the new thing in America? We're going to start giving away guns? Oh, this is, look, I'm just telling you, we are far, far, far from the end of this debacle. Because it's Trump's fault and policies. Absolutely. Let's just blame Donald Trump for everything because I'm not tired of that bullshit or anything. Now, I have to, let me just say, I'm going to ramp up my shittiness towards Joe Biden. I will say, thank God somebody finally in the mainstream media has written a story about this. Biden repeatedly implies he's not in charge of when and where he can take questions from the press. How many times does he have to say it? How many times does he have to say, I'm not supposed to answer that? I mean, we have him on tape, right?
I've never said this out loud before, but...
No, that's not it.
How could I be the...
No, I've done that one.
I'm going to get in trouble with my staff. Yeah, go ahead, but I pretend that you...
Joe Biden, you're not a...
In San Francisco?
Where?
I shouldn't say it. I'm going to say something I probably shouldn't say. Anyway.
I mean, honestly, when are we, the American people, going to go, this guy's not fit? I don't give a fuck if he's a Democrat, if he's a fucking Republican. He's not fit. He's a senile old man who has no clue at what's going on. Hello, Chicago Mayor's Office. Lori Lightfoot speaking. Oh, hello, my Taliban brother. How's tricks? Lori, we need to help getting more people killed in here, Kabil. Easy, hummus, squeezy. Just turn a blind eye while your gangs go around killing people. Yep, Lori Gollum. I don't think he gave them. They were free with the purchase of the original Hunter Biden masterpiece. Thank God somebody is finally asking this question. This was from Fox News. I would figure that everybody, Fox News this, Fox News that. Fox News took until yesterday to say, who's Joe Biden talking about when he says he's going to get in trouble? Who's over him? Derek, I'd like to know that too, my man. He says, I want to know when everybody's going to wake up. Said that too on multiple occasions. He said, told not to take questions from certain reporters, and he always would do it anyways. Who do these people, I don't care if it's Trump. I didn't hear it that much in Trump. If you say he said it, then I want to ask him too. Who's in charge? I mean, there's a clip going around from the other day when he spoke to the press, when he said, well, that wasn't the question I was told you were going to ask. I guarantee, hold on a second.
I guarantee.
That person that asked that question the other day will never be in the White House press room again. Because they went off script. Boy, that's freedom of the press right there, isn't it? You have to scrap. And by the way, man, you know it. You know I hate this. You know I hate this.
Well, I don't want to sound like a dickhole, but I told you so.
This man has got the questions before they're asked. He knows on who to call because, and by the way, that's not a free press. If you have to submit your questions to the press secretary, she or her interns, maybe that gay one that was all over TikTok. I know he wasn't a real intern. It was a farce. But Jen Psaki and her staff go through this, and they go, okay, these are the 4 or 5 questions you'll answer today. And Joe Biden studies those questions over, and somebody gives him the answers, obviously. That's not presidential. This was at FEMA.
I'm not supposed to take any questions, but go ahead. I'm not going to answer Afghanistan now. Okay.
Wow. Wow. Well, there's hundreds of Americans that are going to perish there, but he doesn't want to answer that. He doesn't want to answer that. Instead, you know what he wants to do? This is what he wants to do. He spoke at FEMA yesterday, and thank God he's recognizing what happened in Louisiana. Now, hold on a second. Before I get to this, hold on. I got to circle this. Why has he not said one fucking word about the West Coast? I'm seeing images that I never thought I'd see. South Lake Tahoe has been evacuated. South Lake Tahoe, that's where all the casinos and shit are. Because fires are raging there. I'm not trying to put out the people in Louisiana. We've got stories about the Hurricane Ida coming up, I promise. How come nobody's talking about this? I saw somebody post something this morning that Lake Tahoe may never look the same ever again. Oh, it's not. Oh no, it's burned down. By the way, good job saving those owls up there. Good job. Good job taking care of that place, Forestry Service. I know your hands are tied by the EPA and by all the lovely environmentalists up there. I guess this will save the spotted owl a lot better than having people come in there and actually clean and pick up debris. This will just burn the owls to death, which I think is a far more pleasant way to die, probably. See, with dementia, when you introduce new elements or environments, it furthers the speed of decay. When you keep that person in a familiar situation, it's maintained or slowed. Trump answered questions even if he did it poorly, which sometimes he did. I got to answer. The forest burning is part of the lizard man's plot to herd conservative-leaning people from rural areas to cities. Yeah. Roast owl is pretty good, I hear. I mean, honestly, it's a joke. Let me see. What's this?
Well, first of all, we do believe that there is an important dimension of humanitarian assistance that should go directly to the people of Afghanistan. They need help with respect to health and food aid and other forms of subsistence.
Then take care of your fucking self.
Secondly, when it comes to our economic and development assistance relationship with the Taliban, that will be about the Taliban's actions. It will be about whether they follow through on their commitments.
Just stop. Just stop. Why are we treating the Taliban like a government? I mean, they've taken over. They're terrorists. And now we're treating them the same as we would treat Angela Merkel, the leader of Germany, Boris Johnson, leader of Great Britain. We're treating them with kid gloves like we do Putin. Are we equating the leaders of the Taliban to that? Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, back to the story about Joe Biden. He decided that he was going to speak about FEMA and the things that are happening in the Pelican State. And he had senior advisor Cedric Richmond, a former Louisiana congressman, who, by the way, happens to be black. Let's just see how this plays out.
Good afternoon, everybody. We're waiting for a few more people to get on, but we're going to get started, if that's okay with you all. And thanks for joining me. I'm here. The FEMA director is on. FEMA director Chris Wells, she's on. And I'm here with my senior advisor and boy who knows Louisiana very, very well, man, and New Orleans.
Boy. Now, if you're saying, Arnie, that's not fair. No, it's fair. It's fair because I just want you to think if Donald Trump called a black person a boy. I'm so tired of having to bring up the Trump thing in comparison. But this is a shit show when it comes. You can't deny it. It's a complete shit show. If Donald Trump called somebody boy who was black talking about Louisiana, front page news everywhere. Okay? If Donald Trump Jr. lost a laptop and video surfaced of him smoking crack cocaine while fucking a hooker came out, it'd be the end of the presidency. Nobody even asked this guy about his son. Why are we so nice to this guy? Obviously, it's because, right, the media's in bed with that side. I mean, honestly. Look, I know how to get ratings. I know how to generate numbers. So this is what you do. You have the media fucking question this guy. You have him lose his shit because Joe Biden will lose his shit and people will watch. Isn't that what it's about? Isn't it about ratings, which equals dollars? I mean, let's just go ahead and say, fuck the real story. Fuck the truth. Nobody gives a fuck about the truth. They're so embedded in their ideology or their wannabe ideology. Nobody gives a shit about the truth. Derek, I try to watch. Look, here's the thing. I watch Fox and I watch Newsmax because I prefer the conservative side of news. It's just as slanted. It's honestly, watching the news now is, if you watch the conservative side, it's like watching a fucking action movie. If you watch the Democratic side, it's like watching a fucking rom-com. And I appreciate what you said, Derek. And I do watch those. I watch everything. I watch MSNBC when I really want to fucking hate myself and see that gigantic fucking dickhead Rachel Maddow. Man, she has got some fucking balls on her. And they hate her. Even the liberals hate her so much. I saw the story last week that they extended her contract and paid her more money, but she's getting less TV time. Are they afraid that she's going to go somewhere even more liberal? What, to Vice TV? Vice TV doesn't have the fucking money to pay her. Joe Biden is fucking calling a black man a boy in front of the media. He was criticized for this use during the 2020 campaign when he called now segregationist Senator James O. Eastland, called him son but never boy. Oh, this is so fucking good. Thank God people are calling him out. Yuri Bezmov was right about it. I don't know if any of you have watched the old video of him talking about how they insert Marxism. Yeah. I don't watch much actual television, but now that football is back, and I have been, I've noticed all the propaganda that I didn't miss all year. Oh, it's coming back in spades. By the way, Thursday, Joe Murphy's going to be on the show. We're going to be talking college football Thursday. Real quick, Ask Family, I'm going to give you this to vote on right now. Now, do we wait until next Monday to start doing the Mount Rushmores of the NFL, or do we go ahead and start now? The choices are for Friday's Mount Rushmore. Do you want sodas or best quarterbacks? The Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks, because we've never done that. We've done the Mount Rushmore of GOATs, but and then like, we can do defensive players on Friday, but Monday will be quarterbacks, or do you want to do that Friday? Sodas or quarterbacks on Friday? Which one do you want? Okay. Pop. Well, I hope everybody that voted for quarterbacks will still be here on Monday. We'll do sodas. That way we can set up an over-under of how many Raiders fans chime in Tuck Rule. We know Daveco will. So this Friday we'll do sodas. Monday we'll do quarterbacks. And then Cam Newton just got released. Oh, he's going to be a Cowboy this afternoon. I'm telling you that right now. Because the two backups for Dak, I heard these assholes. Let me go on a quick tangent real quick. There's this one asshole who's been on the radio here since I was in high school. Guy by the name of Norm Hitchkiss. Norm Hitchkiss is the worst broadcaster I've ever known. And I don't know him personally, but he's everything I never wanted to be. Because he has this really shitty voice. I don't have a great voice, but his voice is high. And he always says, do you realize? He's like I don't even want to call him Southern because he ain't Southern. He is like the Wish version of Andy Rooney. Perfect. I nailed that one. You ever wonder? That was Andy Rooney. Norm Hitchkiss goes, do you realize? I actually heard him say this one time. Steve, do you realize that the Texas Rangers, because he used to call all the Ranger games, the Rangers are 25-21 in Thursday night games against the Detroit Tigers? Motherfucker has stats he's pulling out of his ass that nobody gives a fuck about. I don't care how good their record is on a Thursday. You donkey. Well, this motherfucker's talking about the Cowboys the other day. And everybody's worried about Dak Prescott. Yeah, I agree, Douglas. Dak sucks. I don't think he sucks. I think he's a good kid. I don't think he'll ever win a Super Bowl. He might be a 9-7, 10-6 quarterback his whole career. Meaning he's a winner, but not really. But they were talking about Dak, and they're like, well, we don't think he's going to go 16 games this year. Well, that's lovely. I'm glad we signed him to a $40 billion deal. And they were talking about, well, the Cowboys all only have one backup on the roster. They're only going to have one backup on the roster? The other guy's on the practice squad? How about we have two? What happens if that backup gets hurt in a game? We're going to have a wide receiver playing quarterback? That's always good. Oh, fucking A. But seeing Cam Newton got released, Cowboys will go after him. And I think it's terrible. Yes, I agree. What a descent. Cam Newton's terrible. Horrible. All these people that are saying New England's going to be good this year, you got a rookie quarterback? No. No. Actor Brian says, Douglas, my 9-year-old yelled at his computer the other day because he said he hates the stop the recall ads. He yelled out, stop it with the recall ads. Our governor is a tool. Yes, he is a tool. He's evil. More shit that makes you go, what? Happened yesterday when this general came out and talked. Hold on, the computer's slow today. Oh, God damn it. All right, so we got sodas Friday and quarterbacks Monday. Okay, I can do that. Biden's national security advisor made a stunning admission when he said that terrorists in Afghanistan are looking to gain the ability to attack United States soil. Big Coop says the quarterback Mount Rushmore is Joe Montana 4 times. Look, I was working on the quarterback one in my head. You can't talk about without, Montana's got to be on there. Brady will be on there. You know, I honestly, and I'm not doing this to kiss Dave Coe's ass. There's a quarterback who I liked his style of play because he was just a dirtbag, but he won. That's Kenny Stabler, the Snake. I think the Snake is so underrated as a quarterback because he didn't have a strong arm. He was accurate as shit. But man, oh man, that sumbitch found a way to win. You got to like that. But yes, I'm working on, I will have that all. I've got all the sodas already listed, so we're good to go on that. But now the Taliban is looking to gain ability to attack U.S. soil. Well, slap my ass and call me surprised.
Well, Lottie frickin' da!
Now, you remember that soldier we played who made fun of all the good old boys? I tell you what, Taliban, why don't you come on over? I'm welcoming you. I'm inviting you. Why don't you start in Texas and then work your way up? We're taking all immigrants all the time under bridges here. Make sure you bring your kid. Steal a kid that's like 4. Come on over, learn a couple Spanish phrases. No habla inglés. That's all you got to say. Oh, that wasn't, no, V. Coop. That wasn't Barney. No. Golly. That was Goober.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
I mean, really? The Taliban wants to come over on U.S. soil?
Golly.
You've got to be kidding me. I'm getting sent a bunch of stories during the show. Let's see. 88-year-old Georgia professor quits over student refusing to properly wear a mask. Okay, well, we'll get to that a little bit later. No, Derek, that's okay. You need that was Barney that said, yeah. We can also do a worse quarterback, Mount Rushmore. Fuck. Well, sorry, Raider fans. Todd Marijuanovich is going to be on there. And now we're giving them a nation, and that nation is Afghanistan. They're in charge of the country, okay? And the country's fucking money. Billions of dollars. They're pretty much self-funded now. Taliban agents are easy to spot in Texas. Find a taco truck, park it in front of a Home Depot, and say really loudly, Madre Dios, Jennifer Lopez is coming. The dude who doesn't jump is a terrorist. Hey, good morning, hot mama. How are you? Ooh, Jamarcus Russell. That's a good... Okay. Wait, let me add... Oh. Wait, hold... See, the problem with the worst quarterbacks list is that we know all the ones. Like, I don't want to go in and put, Steve Pallure in there or Babe Laughlin-Berg, Quincy Carter. Perfect pick. You know what we could do? This is what we can do next week. You know what? Next week, just because it's the NFL season, we'll do this. You ready? You ready for this? On Monday, we'll do best quarterbacks. On Wednesday, that's right, we're going to bring it back on a Wednesday, a one-time deal, because it's the NFL. We'll do biggest draft busts, because Ryan Leaf will be on there. Biggest draft, Tony Mandarich. Biggest draft bust, Jamarcus Russell. We'll go through that entire list. We'll do that Wednesday, and then Friday we'll do greatest defensive players. I like it. I like that a lot. I'll be busy working this weekend, but hey, I'll be working during the Longhorns game and they announce the starters. Starters are freshmen. I like the kid who finished off the fucking bowl game last year. Kind of nervous. But yes, next week, 3 Mount Rushmores, all involving the National Football League. Oh, I like it. I like that a lot. Okay, good. See, look at that. We're talking terrorism and we come up with cool shit for football. By the way, anybody in the Lake Tahoe area, please get out. I know that's your stuff and everything up there, but man, oh man, this fire is bad. Any Detroit Lions quarterback. Come on, Joey Harrington and Matthew Stafford. Now you got Goff, Jared Goff. Come on, things are changing in Detroit. Where's Jen? I hope she's okay. Yeah, so do I. Texas going 8-4 at the best this year. I'd take that. First year of Sarkisian, I'd take 8-4. I'd be pissed. One of the 8 wins has to be against Oklahoma. It just has to. By the way, let me veer into some fun talk. Bullshit, my friend. What? Detroit Lions? Oh, I know. Detroit, look, man. This is the one thing I will say about the Lions. At least they didn't have the opportunity to draft Tony Mandrich because the Green Bay Packers were a lot more stupid. The reason why the Lions got Barry Sanders is because Mandrich went to Green Bay. Harrison only says 8 because that's how high a Red Raider can count. Hopefully enough of California burns that next summer we can breathe during the summer. We'll see. What was I going to look up here? I don't understand. Somebody needs to explain this to me. Why is Oklahoma so highly rated this year? I mean, I watched them play last year. They're number 2 in the country. Their quarterback's not that good. Unless he's gotten a lot better from last year. They're saying the defense, their offensive, I'll give them that. Their offensive line is solid. But I don't understand a lot of these rankings. Alabama being number 1 is kind of it's interesting. They're number 1 because they have Nick Saban. They have a brand new quarterback starting this year. Not many people know about him. Kid's already making almost $1 million a year. But I honestly, and I hate saying this, I think Georgia's the best team in the SEC this year. Texas A&M has a new quarterback too. They're ranked 6th. This is another kiss. And I have friends that are A&M fans. My buddy Jason, who fucking argues with me stupidly every fucking week or on Facebook about this. This is not going to be a great year for Texas A&M. Look, I honestly don't think the Longhorns are going to be that good this year. I think you give Sarkisian a little bit of time, which Texas fans never do with their coach. He can't lose this weekend. That was Tom Herman failed because he lost to Maryland 2 years in a row in the first game of the season. You can't do that. And I know the Ragin' Cajuns are ranked 23 and the Longhorns are 21. That's a game you can't lose. You got to blow them out. Got to. I mean, really, the Ragin' Cajuns in the Sun Belt Conference? Really? Come on. Oklahoma's being ranked. Everybody wants Oklahoma to be great. Everybody wants to believe in Lincoln Riley, the head coach. It's like believing in Cliff Kingsbury. By the way, Arizona Cardinal fans, get ready because this season's going to be a shit show. Just telling you. All right. Back out of sports. Let's talk about Louisiana right now. How Southwest Airlines, pretty much all airlines have canceled everything flying in and out. By the way, we have listener mail coming up today. Hating on Oklahoma makes you smile. Cliff was a saint. You bite your tongue. Cliff Kingsbury sucked. Cliff Kingsbury wasn't much of a quarterback. He was an even worse coach. I agree. Tech shouldn't have got rid of him there. Motherfucker never won anything there. All those Big 12 championships Tech doesn't have. Oh, whoops. Yeah, so here we go. Hurricane has forced Delta, American, Southwest. Why is the computer so slow? To suspend operations, mainly because ain't nobody in Louisiana got power. And they said this is the thing that they're worried about aren't the pumps that take the water and pump it out of the city. Those don't work on electricity. No, it's the sewer system pumps that work on electricity. Oopsie daisy. Might want to buy a generator or two. I don't know. When Kingsbury was born, his daddy took a look at him and swaddled and said, overrated. The storm knocked out all 8 lines of service. They have no idea when it's going to get back on. They're hoping by early next week. Look, man, this is part of living in Louisiana. It's part of living in that belt down there. The sewage pumps don't work. That's shitty. Oh, hey now. Look if somebody's in the house ready to play. By the way, I just deleted a story. Pentagon, how is this written? Hold on, let me look up the headline. Pentagon acknowledges reports of civil casualties in U.S. airstrike. And? Sorry. Are bad. Oops-a-cockle. Oops-a-daisy. I mean, yeah, that's the shit that happens. The Packers-Saints game, first game of the season, could be moved. It's a week from this Sunday, and they're talking about moving it. We'll see. Going through these. Okay, let's see. All right, so I did that one. Okay, Packers Saints done. The only story that I looked at and was like, wow, is this story right here. This is a Louisiana story. 71-year-old Louisiana man from St. Tammany Parish. The man is actually from Slidell, Louisiana. He was missing. They found his body, sadly, in a shed outside his home in New Orleans. Several feet of water in there. What happened was I don't know what the dude was doing out there, but he was killed by an alligator. An alligator just came up and pretty much flat out just said, hey, Arnie, am I okay to email you later or tomorrow? I need someone to, and you are the only person I know. You can email me right now because we're going to do listener mail today. So, Mark, email me now, and I'll keep an eye out for it. Okay? Because we got a lot of emails. So, yes, today would be the perfect day. If you have a chance to email me, please do it now. If you can't, then I'll read it tomorrow. I understand. Yeah, the alligator bit his arm off. It rotted his arm off. That sucks. If the hurricanes don't get you, the gators will. If the hurricanes and rising water don't get you, those fucking gators will. That motherfucker's time was up. Oh, by the way, this just in. No need to get excited about this or anything like that. Just hold this in your head. Due to what happened recently in Afghanistan, You know, American pulling out, looking kind of like a scaredy cat. Well, North Korea has restarted a key nuclear reactor. How about that? So we're letting a fucking crazy man restart a nuclear reactor to where he can build nuclear bombs that hit Hawaii and parts of the West Coast. Let me just, Joe, you're doing a hell of a job. That's all I got to say. Okay. I'll let you think it through, Mark. That's fantastic. This guy who looks like he wears a box on his fucking head, who's lost a bunch of weight because they don't know if he's sick or not. By the way, I don't care. Look here. Hear ye, hear ye. Let's get President States in there. First thing we do, wipe out the Middle East. And by the way, by the Middle East, I say start in Saudi Arabia. Fuck you. Done. Head of the snake cut off. Guess what? No funding to the rest of the shit-a-stands. Check. Number 2. If I got to clean up the world, if that's my job as president, I got to clean up the world first. Okay. Bam. Nuclear bomb right there on North Korea. Hey, China, what are you going to do? You going to shoot one at us over North Korea? Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think so because you don't believe in your products either. Products made in your country suck. So why don't you just go back and be your diminutive self? You've tried to poison the world. Then I'll go over there and meet with President Z. And on TV, I'll put him over my knee and spank that motherfucker. You need to treat your people better. Isn't that fun, though, that North Korea is starting to make nuclear weapons again? I'm so happy. I'm so happy that those people are back to work. But Americans, no, not so much. And I only got a couple COVID things today. Oh, and I have to do that story. I'll do the COVID shit before I get to this other story out of Texas, which is kind of COVID related, if you will. I had never seen this story until this morning, and I went and got it fact-checked. And the claim is true that in 2017, Dr. Anthony Fauci said President Donald Trump will no doubt face an infectious disease outbreak, a.k.a. a pandemic, in the next few years. Well, he said that President Trump would be suffering from it. So in his presidency, they did through all the fact-checking and everything, and the ruling is true. The claim that Dr. Anthony Fauci in 2017 warned the Trump administration of the likelihood of an infectious disease outbreak is true based on research. It wasn't the coronavirus specifically, but a more general surprise infectious disease outbreak. That motherfucker can predict the weather. Dr. Fauci should have been telling them people in Louisiana how bad this is going to be. 3 years before it hit. Isn't that interesting? Once again, follow the science, people. Follow that science. Every and anything that happens is by design. That's just the truth. Nobody is that dumb to pull what they just did in Afghanistan by being stupid. I explained this to a friend of mine yesterday. For all these people that are saying, well, this seems to be done on purpose. Well, look. The truth of the matter is that Donald Trump, and everybody wants to blame this on Trump, this was not Trump's exit plan, okay? Exit plans change due to the president because it's his plan or her plan. Not that we've had a female president, but I don't want to be called a sexist. Okay? Bill Gates did the same. Okay, isn't that weird? Surprise outbreak. Interesting. Donald Trump's plan, when he negotiated with them, because he did, I can't run from that. One of the negotiations was if any Americans are killed or there are any American casualties, you're going to have to fucking face the blunt power of the United States. You know, that was taken off the table because, well, I know at least 13 Americans, one from Roseville. They were casualties. All the stuff that was left behind, this is what happened. That exit plan got changed. On January 20th or 21st, the exit plan was changed. I don't know what the original one said per se when it comes to equipment. This is what I truly think happened. Honestly. And knowing our president, knowing what's important to these people that run the president, he's got a pandemic that he's got to worry about. Okay? People aren't listening to him. So he's worried about that. He's worried about defunding the police all over the country. Large-scale riots, all this kind of shit. He's worried about that. I think Afghanistan was one of the last things on his mind until they said, Mr. President, we're only a couple months away from the pullout. We have got all this equipment over there. Oh, well, I'll get to that here. And look, I just think that he and his advisors on this, I think they were caught off guard because they ran out of time. All that shit that was left behind, there was going to be shit left behind for the Afghani people. And by the way, there were going to be American soldiers there. That made sure that bad things still didn't happen. Not a lot of them. It wasn't going to be thousands of them, maybe a couple hundred. They were going to be left behind to make sure everything is running okay. Biden changed that. All that shit was left. It wasn't left. It was left on purpose because they were going to leave shit on purpose. They didn't want this to happen. Unless you want me to believe, and I'm going to have a hard time with this, that there are that many people in Washington, D.C. that want to see America turn into a third world nation. Because honestly, who would do business with us now? Who would want to be our ally now? We don't even get our own people, so what about your people? So the idea that this is all on purpose and everything, I can't get behind that one yet. I just can't. I'm sorry. It's not that much equipment, though. Only about $85 billion. U.S. taxpayers will gladly contribute more to make up for it. Oh, you're absolutely right, Straight Fire. Do I think we're going to leave that much stuff there? Probably not that much stuff. But this exit plan got changed. I don't know how good Trump's was. I don't know if it was going to shit the bed as well. We'll never know. Jenny Lynn says, whenever the government does anything, I play the guessing game, pure incompetence or pure evil. That's not a bad game to play. So Fauci said that there was going to be some sort of surprise virus. This isn't like a party. Surprise! Look on the bright side. The American equipment we left behind has an agreement that only Americans use it. The Taliban voided the warranty, so they get no technical support and repairs are out of pocket. Well, thank God they have billions of dollars worth of Afghans' money. Now, speaking of COVID, McDonald's is preparing to close all dining rooms again. That's all dining rooms. They're going to start in areas with high Delta variant cases. And by the way, isn't that special on their part that they can do that? You're talking about one of the wealthiest corporations that's out there is McDonald's. They can do this. But the problem is that when lawmakers and when people who are in power see, oh, McDonald's is shutting down, well, we got to shut everything down. I'm here to tell you people, that third world nation I was talking about, it's right around the corner from happening. Because this country can't suffer another lockdown. Let me ask you parents out there. Here, I'll even give you time. What are you going to do when the schools close? And you have to homeschool your kids again. Are you ready for that? No skin off my back, LOL. What, you mean I can no longer enjoy the wonderful atmosphere of a typical McDonald's with crazy people making Stonehenges out of ketchup packets, kids smearing boogers across the ball crawl, and employees not knowing what the fuck they're doing? Fuck. Okay, so I guess it's not a big deal. That when McDonald's starts shutting them down, then everybody's going to start shutting them down. And then restaurants are going to shut down. And then guess what? Nobody will be working again. How great is that? I can't wait. I'm psyched. I am so psyched that you people have to stay at home with your kids and do in-home learning again. Oh, no. This is what's going to happen. Hey. Can't have it both ways. Sorry. We start shutting shit down. School districts are going to say, we want to be shut down. We don't feel safe. Why are you putting us in an endangered position? And, of course, the governments will go, yes, we should shut. Fuck, the Fort Worth School District just allowed at-home learning to start up again as a choice. No. Disagree? I'll just leave this. Read what Agenda 21 and 30 have written in them. It's exactly what's going on right now. Better believe that at least 80% of these idiots in government want exactly what you're talking about. Total dominance and compliance and relying on them. Bye-bye middle class. Hello, New World Order. The problem with New World Order is that, see, these people, in my DI, look, I can't disagree. There are a lot of people that work in government that hate America, that think that we have too much. So if we stick, do we not? Really, I mean, I'm reading Ogre's thing. No. My son is just getting excited about school again. Yes, and that's the way it should be. But the problem is, let's say we shut down the McDonald's. It starts with McDonald's. And then it goes to other corporations. And they can afford it because they can have their drive-thrus open. They can afford it. But Sal's House of Italian, or whatever the fuck local restaurant you want to go to that there's only one of, they can't. They can't afford it. So, but they're gonna have to shut down. Exactly. If McDonald's didn't have a drive-thru, that'd be an issue. Hot Mama says my kids struggled doing homeschool. A lot of kids struggled, and we're going down that road again. We're not fast-tracking it like we did last year. Now we're kind of going, wait a second, because we see the pitfalls that are in front of us. FYI, there's a rumor going around that more fast food places are shutting down because apparently it was profitable. It's very profitable. They don't have to have anybody there. Look, and the problem is that there's a Chick-fil-A down the street from my house. I know, shocking, less than a mile away. Actually, it's like 0.9 of a mile. They didn't open their dining room until about 3 months ago. A, they couldn't get enough people back to work. And B, they kind of realized, hey, wait a second. If we just have to staff the drive-thru and the kitchen, shit, we're going to make more money. Douglas, this isn't about fast food. This is about everything. Movie theaters getting shut down. Malls getting shut down again. Only, remember this phrase, only essential businesses. So Target, Walmart, Sam's, Grocery stores, they're going to be open. Restaurants, no. And just because you don't eat fast food that much, I understand. I respect that. Good for you. You don't eat fast food. But when it will hit something you do use, it will inconvenience you. And I'm just... Restaurants were doing okay with reduced seating and a public concerted effort to support them. Yeah, but I don't think that's going to happen again. Because I don't think that they can afford any losses now. I was talking about fast food restaurants not having dine-in. Oh, okay. All right, my bad, Douglas. But this is the tip. This is why you don't ask what's next. First, they start with McDonald's dining rooms. Then it's other fast food places' dining rooms. Then people are scared and they go, well, you know what? We should all be at home. People at Google still haven't gone back to work. They can work from home, and they had to take a pay cut, unbeknownst to them. People at Apple, they have to go home and work there. Look, good for them, I guess, but what's after that? Oh, that's right, the schools.